What's up, y'all? This video's probably going to be about me titled "I'm Tired," something like that. Doing a lot of research lately, and before y'all say, because I know a lot of my videos are like around this theme, but I've been trying to. I've been off social media. That's been making me feel better. Because I haven't been, and it's like you don't have to compare yourself, but I feel like when you're on social media, like you just like naturally compare yourself. Like it's just something that like you just do, even if you without trying. Like and that's what I was doing because um, I was like seeing a lot of people hanging out, stuff like that. But y'all know I don't have any friends, so I kind of feel a little bit lonely. So when I deleted social media, I stopped feeling lonely. So that's been helping. But I've been trying to do this thing where I go outside more, and it's summertime. It's not even the heat, but at like I've been going outside in my backyard, and bro, when I tell you like it's so many bugs out there, like I don't know if y'all can see it. It bit my tattoo. I got bit on my face yesterday. Like it's just so much bugs, bro. Like I was thinking yesterday, like I might have to figure out like this outside thing or how I can just spend less time outside because it's like the whole hour I'm outside, I'm like I'm watching my legs or something to make sure I don't get bit because it's like when I get bit, I just end up real itchy. I get itchy the next day, so it's like it's it's just a so I gotta figure that out. So I don't know what it is, but I see this a lot with our generation, and I don't know if it's because like the sunlight, because I do think like since I've been getting sunlight, just trying to make sure I really just sit outside for at least 30 minutes or something. I think I have been feeling a little bit better, but I don't even know how I'm gonna do that with the heat. I mean, with the bugs, like I said, but like I don't know if it's because we're just on these like phones all day, and we're not going out or what it is, but a lot of people in this generation just don't seem a lot of people in this generation just do seem unhappy or depressed, even when you look at YouTube. And yeah, but it's like my thing is just realizing that you gotta work every day, and then just like I don't know, some days I'm not trying to sound dark or negative, but life just seems like a big chore sometimes, like maybe I gotta be more, maybe I just gotta look for things that make you feel good, but like life just feels like, I mean, maybe it's because of how I was raised, because you already know I had a hard childhood. I couldn't go outside, had, it was just a lot of stuff that went on, but life just seems like some days it's just so much stuff you have to do, but like, what am I trying to say? It's just so much stuff you have to do, but like, what about doing the stuff that you want to do? Or like, I don't know, what if you don't even know what you want to do? I feel like that's where I'm at. Like, food doesn't taste as good to me anymore. Like, I'm starting to have to like force myself to eat. Like, I gotta force myself to eat. Sometimes, I sometimes don't even feel like doing that. Like, I get burnt out of that. Like, what else? You gotta work jobs. And it seems like the jobs, like working and stuff like that, is like going like a lot of people. It seems like it's starting to crumble, and it seems like either people don't want to work jobs, or like when you're at jobs, people don't take it serious, or maybe it's just certain jobs that I see, like a lot of customer service jobs. I know a lot of them, the ones I was at, People just seem like miserable in general nowadays, though. But it's like a lot of people were either unhappy or they just dragged there, they didn't really take it too serious. But like, you gotta think, like, you gotta do all these things. Like, you gotta pay taxes, I don't know, you gotta always have a source of income. What else? You gotta get up every day. Like, you gotta get up every day, and I don't know. Life just seems like life just seems like a grind some days, like you're just grinding, just to get get to where you want to be, or just to get to a good spot, and I see on Reddit, people say that they got to the places where they get to the place where they're successful, or they have the marriage, or they have kids, or just whatever, and they still feel unhappy or whatever. I feel like I know the answer to this because I'm deeply spiritual, but some days I just be sitting up and I just be thinking, like, what's the point of life? Like, why are we here? And from what they say we're alive because, yeah, they say we're alive because when they say, like, at our core, we're all just energy, and we all come from the same source, and we're just perfection, and we got bored up there, so we come down here to experience imperfection, to experience hardships, to experience struggles. But I don't know, man. Like, I be getting tired. Like, I'm not trying to sound dark or negative because, I know I am blessed to have what I have, to have a roof over my head. But I be saying all the time, I hope I don't live past 50. Like, I just want to die between the ages of, like, not, I ain't gonna say 30, maybe 36 to 50. Like, but anything long past 50, I'm gonna be like, no, bruh, get me out of here. Like, I'm not trying to be here long because it just seems like, I don't know, like, I'm not trying to sound dark. And, it could be because, I went through a lot of things. They say when you went through a lot or you have unhealed trauma, you're more likely to feel this. But I'd be like, what is there to really do in life? Like, they say hang out with friends, have new experiences, meet people. But it's like, I don't know. What if you just, like, I don't know, like, I'm not trying to sound like one of those people, but me, I believe, like, I kind of do believe in destiny a little bit. Like, I'm not saying some people are destined to struggle, but I'm saying, like, it's like with money, right? And I'm not saying that, like, the people that are rich, it's not because they didn't put in the work, but it's like, let's say someone who's, like, fat, right? Because I'm not trying to make excuses here. Let's say someone, like, because those people who was, like, big since their childhood, and they might lose a little weight, but they'll never be like my size. And then you got the people who are my size, but they'll probably never be fat, right? Unless they go through depression or something. But it's just like let's say, like, someone like me, right? My body type, I'm an ectomorph, basically very skinny. It's very hard to gain weight, you know, and just stuff like that, right? Like, I'm just naturally a skinny person. Like, that's how I believe with the social thing. Like, it's like there are some people who naturally just can talk to anyone, or just are naturally charming, naturally charismatic. And, I think I'm a cool person, but, like, I remember, like, I tried going out when I was 18, making friends, stuff like that. Well, my parents was kind of strict, but I mean, it was but it's like I could start those conversations, but I couldn't keep up those friendships. Like, I truly think some people, and even now I think it's like more of a lonely a lonely time, like I said. Well, no, not even that. Well, anyway, like I said, I'm getting off topic. But like, I think some people have it easier than others socially. Like, I don't know what it is, and like my last three jobs, and I am work like I maybe I there are some things that I need to fix, like I said, but like my last three jobs, like all my jobs I had, I haven't made any friends from them, and I worked like 4 or 5 jobs. I was at some of those jobs for a while, and I haven't made any friends. Like ever since high school, I haven't had any friends. Like I think in high school, since I graduated high school, that was 2022. I only been on the phone with one new person, and that phone call was only like 30 minutes, and we never talked again because I realized I didn't really want to be friends with him. I just didn't feel like I could relate to him. But he was like 26 though, and I was like 19. So, but yeah, I don't know. Like some days just don't feel like. Not saying there's not anything to look, cause like there are things like success wise, like I do want to be successful, but I just don't know how to explain it. Like, not that I don't have, like, I have hope, but like, how can I say it? There's nothing. I think it's because I have an old soul too. Like I definitely do believe in reincarnation, and we can talk about my spiritual beliefs in another video. But I don't know, like there's just nothing. There's just nothing that I'm pressed to be down here for. You know, and I think a lot of our generation feels like that because, it seems like, at least for me, life after I graduated high school has just been, going to work, working jobs that I hated, go home, go to sleep, eat, do it again, and like maybe work out, um, just stuff like that. So I don't know. Some days I do wonder, like, what's the point? Not in a bad or depressed way, but just like, just trying to understand it. But I feel like a lot of people low key feel that way. But it's just weird, like just realizing like, but that's why they say to become an entrepreneur, and that's definitely where I'm looking at. But I'm just venting to y'all. That's it. So yeah.